Smith has just vacated the premises of the Cessna 185 up there. Now that parachute that he's using is a Ram Air parachute or a parafoil, and that is so totally different from what they were using in World War II. You might have seen in the movies them jumping out of DC-3s over Normandy or Arnhem, and they have a big round parachute. Well, those parachutes have very little steering ability and they open very hard. So in today's modern military they have the use of these parafoils, and the design goes back to 1964 with a guy called Dominique Jalbert, and he applied for a patent for this new type of parachute. It's basically a series of cells of fabric that are put together. It has a top level, a bottom level, and a whole series of walls. They are very, very manoeuvrable, very easy to seal. And the type of construction allows you to fly the parachute compared to these older varieties. You'll still see the old round ones used for military cargo drops, but these are certainly the ones that are the chute of choice for special air services around the world, including our own SAS, the US Navy SEALs, and all foreign military specialist users. You can see the drogue chute above the main chute that actually pops out and pulls the main chute out of the pack on Paul's back. Some of those drogue chutes actually have a spring device which allows them to operate very, very quickly. And there's one guy in England very, very pleased with that. He had a problem with his aeroplane and had to get out, and the parachute only opened at 200 feet. So he was very lucky. With these chutes, the military have two different styles of how they actually drop. They have high altitude, high opening, hey-ho, and high altitude, low opening. Now, some of these guys can be dropped miles and miles from their intended destination, particularly good if you're dropping out at night into enemy territory. So they can be guided by GPS, and because of the steering ability of the chutes, it makes it so much better. Well, ladies and gentlemen, would you remove your hats and be upstanding for the Australian National Anthem? Central Coast, make some noise! Aussie, Aussie, Aussie! And Paul Bennet, Paul Smith here with the flag drop at the start of the show, like you've never ever seen. And Mr. Paul Bennet himself in a wonderful torque roll up to the top in that Wolf Pitts Pro. A one-of-a-kind aircraft and a one-of-a-kind pilot here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Today, double hammerhead down for the first star of the show. Central Coast, put your hands together. Paul Bennet. And of course, as mentioned, this one-of-a-type aircraft, over 400 horsepower, under 600 kilos. It's got a
Roll rate of 260 degrees a second, and it is one crazy aircraft, folks. And right now you are just getting a mild taste of what you'll see today, so grab your phone, ring your friends. Paul falls from the clouds here at the Warnervale Airport. Straight down, it speeds at over 400 kilometres an hour. Have a listen, folks. As he pulls up into the top, the smoke's on, hovering there and starts to fall back down towards Earth. And one of the best tail slides you'll see in the world, folks. He's still holding on to it. And there we go. What do you think of that, Central Coast? Come on! You're going to have to get louder than that throughout the day, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if we're going to get these planes at their optimum performance. This ball comes back in around, and that was just for the drop. Wait till you see when we get a few more of his friends and himself up there with the Sky Aces later in the show.
Rusty, we got to see Paul flying a whole bunch of different aircraft.
Oh yeah, he's quite a talented pilot. Ladies and gentlemen, centre field, hold on to yourself, get your cameras out. We've got the smokes on, knife edge pass, and there's going to be a little noise, boys and girls. Get your cameras ready, because I heard that you wanted some more, Central Coast, and this is what you get when you yell for more. Now you're at a real air show, boys and girls. Put your hands together for Paul Bennet. Turns it back round, back in down through the smoke. Wave your hats in the air, he can see your face, believe it or not, while he's doing all this. The more excited you get, the harder he flies. Snap rolls across the top. Let's question the athleticism and physical fitness of an aerobatic pilot. The G-forces that they go through and still making critical millimetre, microsecond decisions. We think they're some of the best athletes in the world.
Now, Rusty, I believe that he's actually got to ratchet himself into the aircraft. He's got a 5-point harness and actually cranks himself down to keep himself inside that aeroplane.
Oh yeah, he's got a good ratchet strap in there, and that's what he does when he goes up as we double hammerhead. I tell you what, Ando, he's in a good mood this morning. The sun's shining here at Central Coast Airshow.
Mate, it was the 5:15 wake-up call at the
Love the side of that plane down at tree level here at one very unique airstrip that we have here on the Central Coast as he rolls up. What do you think, Central Coast? Do you want some more? Sorry, we can't hear you. Do you want some more? Well, Paul's going to give you some more.
Be flying so many aeroplanes today, Rusty. Not just this, but also the Warbirds. And he's going to shoot off up to Maitland to pick a couple of them up later on.
You know, it shows the talent of the man, because I get confused when I get from my wife's automatic to my manual every day and we get it wrong. Come on, folks, put your hands up as he hot dogs down the airstrip. Wave your hands. If your kid's small enough, throw them in the air. But that's how you start a show.
Give him a big wave up there in the northern areas, ladies and gentlemen. And that is just a taster of what you'll see later on when he does his solo performance, and also with the Sky Aces horseshoe.